Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria Montefusco and I'm a lover of all things when it comes to makeup, and today it is part 2 of the Pat McGrath palette series here on my channel. So we are going in order from all of my Mothership palettes through all those palettes, and today we have Mothership II. So this is Mothership II Sublime. This is a very nice palette. I love this palette. I love all my Pat McGrath palettes, but I love this palette. And I'm going to show you all a look with this palette, and I'm going to give you all my thoughts on this palette, some swatches, all of that fun stuff. So if you are interested in getting some inspiration about this palette, maybe doing a different look with it if you already have it in your collection, or if you don't have this palette in your collection and you're wanting to pick it up during a Pat McGrath sale or the Sephora VIB sale, then you should definitely keep on watching. So of course, the first step, we have to prime Milani eyeshadow primer. You all know the drill. So I'm going to prime my eyes. All right, so let's open up this palette and let's start playing with these shadows. So this is what Mothership II looks like. As you can see, we have some dark neutral mattes. We have some like satiny, sort of like shimmery shades. Of course, all Pat McGrath palettes have those. And we also have the 4 Blitz Astral shades. We have a gold to like pink. We have a bronze. We have like an emerald green that shifts a bit to like purpley blue. And then we also have this like iridescent pinky shade. So there's a lot of fun we can do with this, and I think we're gonna have a good time. So let's start off with our crease like we always do on this channel. I'm gonna take my Nabla N306, and I think we're actually gonna take one of the satiny shades. I like this mid-tone satiny shade above that matte brown. I'm gonna take that on this brush. We're just gonna fluff it all throughout the crease. The thing I like about these satiny shades in Pat McGrath palettes is that you can really use them like a matte, you can use them like a shimmer. They're kind of like a satin, so it gives you a lot of flexibility, and they're also really flattering on eyelids, no matter if you have texture, no matter if you have older eyelids, anything like that. So I find that kind of interesting. So I feel like this palette is lacking like a mid-toned matte, so that's why I'm using this shade in the crease, because you can, and I just feel like it works and looks really nicely in the crease. I hope you all are enjoying this Pat McGrath series. This was a request from a viewer, and I actually thought it was a really good idea just to, you know, play with the palettes I already have in my collection. Because I own all of the Motherships except for one. I don't own the one that doesn't have any of the Blitz Astral shades. I forget what number Mothership it is, but I don't own that one. I own one Blitz Astral Quad in Nocturnal Nirvana, which has like a blue, a green, a purple, and a gold. It's really pretty. And then I own the Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity, which came out for holiday this past year. So I have a pretty big Pat McGrath palette collection, but I don't own everything. All right, beautiful. There's that first shade in the crease. I feel like it looks really nice. It's just a very nice satiny shade in the crease, so very flattering. I think next up, I'm going to take the shade next to that one. It's this one right here. It's like an, I'd say cool tone brown with maybe a little bit of a green undertone. We'll see what it looks like further in the crease. So I'm gonna take this very, very small crease brush. It's my Nabla N205. We're just gonna really do some detail work in there. This is another one of those satiny shades. So again, you wanna make this a metallic? Great. You wanna use it as a matte? Great. There's a lot of flexibility here, which I like, which is why I like Pat McGrath formulas. All right, there is the completed crease. So next we're gonna go into the outer corner. For the outer corner of my eye, I like using this Nabla N204 brush. It's like a fluffy packer brush. And I think I'm gonna go into that matte black right here. I think that one will be interesting. So I'm definitely gonna build this up, start out very, very light, and then just build it up from there. The great thing about Pat McGrath's black eyeshadows is that they do allow you to build up the pigment. Because some black eyeshadows are very intimidating and you just get a ton of pigment right off the bat and you're like, whoa, where did that come from? But I feel like with the Pat McGrath palettes, the mattes are a bit more buildable, which if you're a beginner, it gives you a lot of flexibility, gives you a lot of margin for error. And if you're not a beginner, then you don't get a bunch of fallout all over your face when you're using a dark matte shade like this. So I personally love Pat McGrath's black eyeshadows. In the Mothership I, we played with a black. If you've seen that video, if you haven't, check it out. And again, it was that same like buildable formula that makes it really easy to work with and pretty painless. So I like that. All right, I'm gonna blend out the outer corner with this Nabla N305 brush. It's a very fluffy, sort of like a little bit tapered kind of brush. And let's add a little bit more black just to the very outer part of my eyelid. So since we're going to be going into the Blitz actual shades next, I always love to use a glitter glue when I use metallics. It just makes them last longer, they're more intense, they stick to the eyes better, less fallout. You all probably know why I love glitter glue, so I'm going to take my Too Faced glitter glue, just apply that to the lids. Then we're going to have to be really fast because this stuff does dry quickly and we want to apply the eyeshadows when it's tacky. Beautiful. So now we're going to apply this green into the middle part of my eye and that copper right above it into the inner part. So we're going to be quick here. This green shade definitely has that softer Blitz Astral formula where it's smoother, not as rough, not as flaky or chunky. So if you like the smoother formula, you'll really like this emerald green. Okay, and then let's apply the copper, and the copper has that rougher formula. If you're familiar at all with the differences in the Blitz Astral formulas. So there are the Blitz Actual shades on my eyelids. So we have that emerald green and it transitions right into that coppery gold. And I think it looks really nice. I'm going to wipe off the bake under my eyes like I always do. I'm now going to take my Nabla N304. We're going to take that matte brown that's right next to that black, and I'm just going to dust this very, very lightly underneath my eye. And now it's inner corner time. So I'm gonna take that pink to gold. I think I'm gonna layer that pink iridescent kind of shade on top of it in the inner corner. See how that looks like. You definitely see a lot of the pink shift in the inner corner. It's really pretty. And then I'm gonna take that white to like pink iridescent, we're gonna put that in the brow bone. So this is what the completed eye look looks like. I'm going to apply mascara off camera. I don't think I'm gonna apply eyeliner today. I actually think I like how this looks without eyeliner. So I'm gonna apply some mascara, gonna apply some lips off camera, then we'll be back to do some quick swatches, give you all my overall thoughts, and then wrap up the video. All right, everybody, the look is complete. If you want to know what's on my lips or the rest of my face, you can check that out down in the description box down below. So I thought it would be fun to do some swatches just really quickly. I'm not the end-all be-all expert on swatches. I'm not great at lighting, shifts, all that stuff, but I thought maybe they could be helpful for you all. And then while I'm doing that, give you all my overall thoughts about the palette as well. So let's start from my right to my left, and then we'll do the same for the second row. So this first shade is this like pearly shade. It looks like this on my finger. This is very much like a satiny, shimmery shade. I could see this being really nice if you have a paler, lighter skin tone in the inner corner or the brow bone, even on the lid if you like a bit more of a pale shimmer on there. So that's that first shade. This second shade is a beautiful shimmery copper. I enjoy this shade as well. I feel like this is like the little slightly darker, not Blitz Astral version of the copper shade that we used in the inner part of my eye. So those are the first two shades. And then this like dark brown mustardy shade, that is our third shade. I would say we have a little bit of a hint of green in there, but it's like a brownish, greenish kind of shade. That's the one that we use in the very inner part of my crease. So those are the first three shades. As you can see, they're just, you know, nice shimmer satin. Now it's time for some fun. We're gonna have two Blitz Astral shades in this round of swatches. So we have that copper, which again is that rougher, flakier Blitz Astral texture, but I just love how reflective and beautiful the shade is. I love it. And then we have that gold to pink. Again, this one actually is that softer Blitz Astral texture. So it's not that rough flakiness, it's pretty soft. So I love the pink shift. You can really see it in there, and you can also really see that gold base. So that one is really, really pretty. And then we have the black matte. So that one also swatches really well. So these are the next three shades. I love the Blitz Astral shades, and it's a great black matte, very easily buildable, but it also packs a punch, as you can see on my finger. So next round, we have this dark brown matte that I put underneath my lash line. Again, very pigmented, very dark. I think if this palette is missing something, it's like a mid-toned brown matte for the crease, but that shade, that coppery shade, that worked perfectly fine, fluffed down the crease. So there's that matte brown. We have this like matte, not matte, excuse me. We have this like shimmery rosy brown. This one's nice. It's like that satiny sort of formula again. I did not use this one today, but I do enjoy using this shade. And it's just a really nice like rosy brown, very pretty. Next, we have that green Blitz Astral shade, this beautiful emerald green. It has a little bit of like a purple slash like blue reflect to it. It's really pretty. Again, it's that smooth Blitz Astral formula, so not that rough and flaky texture. And then last but not least, we have the pink iridescent Blitz Astral. I think this one shines on the inner corner, as a topper, on the brow bone, because you can't really see as much of the pink, at least I can't when I swatch it out. But when you put it on as a topper or in the inner corner on the brow bone, you really see that pink reflect. This one is again that rougher texture. So out of all four of the Blitz Astral, you have two smooth ones, which is the gold to pink and also the green, and then two rough ones, which is the copper and the pink iridescent shade. So those are what the last 4 shades of the palette look like on my fingers. So that wraps up the video. I hope that you found this to be helpful and fun. No matter if you own this palette and you want some inspiration for a different eye look like I showed you today, or if you don't own this palette and you just wanted to see what my thoughts are on it. So I love this palette. It's not one of my favorite Mothership palettes, but I mean, there's some tough competition. So this is a really nice palette, but I do think there are some Mothership palettes that are a bit more special than this one, and I will tell you what those ones are when we get to them in the series. So this is a great palette, really good quality. If you like the color story, I recommend you get it, but if you're not crazy about it, then I would say save your coin and maybe get one other Pat McGrath palette that is a little bit more up your alley color story wise. So with that, if you liked this video, please like the video. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm. If you like me, please subscribe. I post 3 times a week. I post plenty of videos about makeup, both indie brands and also like high-end or luxury brands like Pat McGrath. I also am posting a little bit recently about fragrance, if that's something that you're interested in. I'm getting into fragrance a bit. And also, if you all have anything to comment down below, like video ideas, do you like this video? Do you like this series? Is it helpful for you all? Any suggestions? If you own this palette, tell me how you like to use it. Anything you want to comment, please comment down below. I love hearing from you all. That's why I started my channel, just to have a bigger community of makeup lovers. So with that, thank you for watching this video and spending a little part of your day with me. I hope to see you all next time.